Hi, welcome back once again. In this tutorial, we'll look at the uses of these default widgets, library widget. We might not go through all of them, but the most useful ones that you might need in your project will be something that we will touch on. And of course, there are other resources out there for you to use. The actual documentation side, which I will show in this video for you to continue from there. First of all, let's look at these. So if you're going to start a project, first of all, you need to decide a dimension. So let's assume that in this one we are doing for this desktop medium. And this is now the structure. So if I want to do like a header, for example, obviously these buttons here, boxes here are my choices. So I'll just drag and drop like that, stretch them to the end like this. And now once it's selected, I have the option to format it. So here I can, of course, if I want to, the corners, if I want to make it curved, then I can use that one. If I also want to make sure, maybe I'll just hide some corners or something, then I can do that. Or because maybe I want to do curve only the bottom or the top. So in this case, I will take these ones out, and here it will be curved and this side will be straight. So as you can see, so that's basically the use of these ones. More so, I can then continue from here and then change the color. So let's use this as the background. And then if I want to hide the border, then of course you can do it from here, or you can also do it from here. Let's just make it 0. And then what else could we, if we want to make it a little bit like a shadow, and here too you can decide, let's say on the Y side I don't want, okay, I want this way, and then here maybe I'll reduce this to maybe 2, for example. And change this to maybe 0. Maybe we can even increase this a little bit. Okay, good. So this is how to format something that you have, and this is probably the use case for these three. Eclipse, if you want to draw a circle or something, you just drag and drop. And of course, if you want to increase it with that one, shift and then just to maintain the ratio. And let's take, for example, L'Oreal website again. So .fi. So let's say that we are home here. This is a typical example if I want to do something like that. So so that's a typical use case for this one. Image. So let's say that here I want to also place a banner here after the header. I can just click on it, go to my downloads, you look for some image like that. And of course, in this case, this is a typical example. If I wanted to put a carousel, then I can just go and drag some of the, I'll just click here and then patterns and maybe slideshow, something like this. And in this case, I'll just, okay, instead of this, what I'll do is that I'll just with shifts drag it this way. Maybe this is too big, but anyway. And I can then click here and then start to change. So slide 1 is this one, and I don't want that image, so I can actually go back, pick the image here, and then just put it here. The second slider is this one. I'll just pick this one out, drag this there, here, click, and maybe place this one here. So if we preview this one quickly, it's changing like that. Okay, and then what else do we have here? So bottom, so yep, that's straightforward. If the next one, okay, these ones that you see here, I can just do this. In this case, this is on group, and here I can just take all of these and place it on top of this, and maybe change the colors of this if I want to. The next thing I want to do is to place, let's say, a white space here, or if we look at just we want to create a session, maybe I just want to put this one here, maybe change the fill color to maybe blue, or maybe was it green, which I saw there's something like this. Place this eclipse here, maybe no border right inside, something, and then some titles here. Labels, of course, just drag and drop, and then write something there. Paragraph, again, if I need to put some tests, long tests here, I can just do that one with this. And then the lines, and here the dynamic panel is what we have already used. So if I want to put some image here and be able to scroll through like that one, I can also use it, or just use it for a whole. Repeater is also useful. Maybe I'll organize a just do a full video on that, but it's just so useful that, okay, here basically you do one thing and then you copy. That's why it's called repeater. So especially if you're doing something like e-commerce, where you're creating a lot of blocks here or product here, you do one and you copy, and then you start editing that one. And again, this might be even as a beginner, maybe you might not even be using it, but if in case you want to use it, there's also resources on here. Let's see, Axure RP.com or document. Let's see here. So once you come here, you have a lot to, let's say, tutorials here, and then you can, so it's called docs.axure.com, and here you should be able to find almost all the things, login, and even here you can just download the project and place into your project as well. And here you should have all the things that you need to learn about. So yeah, basically here should be a good resources for you to go through. And then what else? So yes, this might be really, I'll do a separate one on it, but for now, just quickly showing you here. If you need to put YouTube video in your project or just a map, so these two are really this inline frame is handy for that. Let me quickly do this. Copy paste again here, and then once we are here, let's quickly go to, let's say, Google map. So let's just pick a map. Just so now I'm searching for Laria campus Lepavara, for example, and from here you should be able to say share. So this is the map, and from here you can pick the embedded one link. So once you have this, copy that one, but we only need the link here. So maybe you can actually do it this way. I'm not sure how long it is. Okay, yeah, I think it's ending somewhere here. Okay, maybe I just over copied, but we can at least copy paste it somewhere like this and take out what we don't need. So I think we don't need all the way from to here. And if I just go, what else do I need? Okay, we don't need also this side. Now we can select all and copy, and back to our actual project. Let's use this for the map. Right click on it and say frame target, and here you select external link and place it there, and then that's it. Let's do the same way with YouTube as well. So let's go to YouTube and pick something on L'Oreal as well. So let's say we want to pick or add this video there. Once you click like that, click on share, and then again click on embedded and try to locate this link, embedded link here. Copy that and then come back to your video, to your project. Again, right click and find a frame target and use the external link and paste it there. Now, if you want to hide these borders, just right click and say toggle border. Okay, maybe not the right one I selected. So we need to hide the borders. So scroll never. And here we can also scroll never. Now, or did I select the right one? Yes. And of course we can say toggle border to hide it. And now when we put it this way, if we scroll down, so this is the map, that's the video displaying nicely. So that's how to get your map and video into Axure, as simple as that. The rest of it, you have the hotspot. We already talked about it. So if you have an image where you want some part to be have some interaction, then you can use that one. Radio button, check test area. So if you need people to be able to put in some tests, checklist list box as well, drop down list. So you click on it and start adding the entry. So maybe A. Okay, maybe we can edit here. A, B, C, D, for example. Click, and then with this you get your drop down. We'll look at that when we preview. Here you can also add entry. I think this was a list box, so again maybe A, B, C, D. Okay, so here you see them inside already, but this is hidden. And then you have also the test field like that. With this test field, you can actually also click on style. Once it's selected, even make the corners a little bit inside like that. And then you can also, once it's here, what else? You can give it a hint. I think if you click on interaction, you can put a hint like enter name, for example, and then you decide whether it's an email, password, or whatever field. And then there you see if I want to make sure the text is going in a little bit, I can put it as 5 or 10. So now you have the space there. So that's how to format or also use this one. And then you have we've already checked these two. And then what else? Tree, if you need to do a list like that one. Table, and then of course this is more of a classic menu. So a typical example could be where you have a drop down and then you have I think I showed one already, and I think Lara doesn't have one on the website, but Alto have some there. Now, many other websites you might also find some there. And let's preview this for the last. So here this was there, so you can actually maybe even select what, but you see all the options, and here you can, there's the drop down, this is the enter, and then the test field where we place that one, and here you can use this to hide all the drop down as well. This was a table. So basically those are the, I will say, the basic ones that you can use if in case you, and then lastly but not the least, if I just delete all of these, so you can also create like a flow chart or user flow here by just drag and drop. So let's say that this is a user, an actor, and maybe not sure, just let me place some few things there, you can relate to it. So let's just pick something like anything. Okay, let's just pick anything like that, and then I want to connect these two. So here you should have the connector, I think. So as you can see, then it's just like that. And then if you need, you have the arrows also here, which ones you need to use in this case. Click on that one. So, and here you can even do that anyhow you want. The other last thing maybe I'll mention is still with this one. So I can also transform this to any shape that I want. So if I right click and say transform shape with edit point, I can then put stuff here like that. So you can transform, maybe just do this now. Okay, and here I can just make this one like a curve. Okay, maybe this is fine. Okay, and here I will just assume, let's pretend we are trying to build some kind of a clothing line or something. I'm not a good designer, but I can try a little bit here. Okay, you can just right click and delete if you don't need it anymore. Just an example. So maybe I don't even need it. So basically you can just use it to do anything that you think is right for you. So you can use it to design icons and many other stuff that you might need in your project. So for example, if I want to do a hamburger one, I will just do this and maybe try to increase the font, this to 2. Okay, with this I can just copy paste. So now I can just select 3 and then try to push them like that, or maybe arrange them vertically like this. And this might be my hamburger menu. So let's just go a little bit here and then select this. Let me just make sure that they have evenly distributed. I'm not sure if it's okay there. And this, you can then select everything and say group and just give it like hamburger icon or something. And you can actually create this as also as a, I'll say, as a library and place it here so your team members can use. And this is a typical example of what I just did. So here at Laria website, you see this is the hamburger menu. Yeah, a typical example is that. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Once again, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.